Everyone, good morning. This is Canberra, and today we're looking at using databases and conducting online research. This is a two-part lesson about using databases and online and doing an online research. In part one, day one, you will learn how to access the library's catalog and navigate the digital library and Destiny. In part two, you will learn about using Boolean operators to narrow your search results when you're conducting a research online. To get us started, I'd like you to consider these two questions and probably talk to your partner. What is a database? What is a digital library? And what is a search engine? A database is a collection of information that is organized so that it can be easily accessed, managed, and updated. A digital library is an online collection of information sources, and a search engine is a software system that is used to search the web. And some examples are Google, Yahoo, and Bing. Now, when you're given a research, where do you go to find information? Do you go to the internet? And if you go to the internet, which of these is your favorite? Is it Google? Is it Yahoo? Is it Bing? I'd like you to offer you some alternatives to these sources. At any of these two lessons, you will be able to access the LAUSD Digital Library, conduct research using WebPath Express, use Boolean operators to narrow your search results, create a list of information sources in WebPath Express, and create MLA citations in WebPath Express. I'd like to walk you through how to access the digital library. Fortunately, the digital library is now embedded in Schoology, and you can access that the digital library through Schoology. To get to Schoology, you type lms.lausd.net in your browser address bar and then click Students. That will take you to your home page, and on your home page you see four tiles in the upper right hand corner. This is the App Center. Click on those four tiles and you get a drop down menu. Select lausd.net from that menu. Take you to another page and select Digital Library. You will be prompted to enter your username and password, and that username and password is the same one you use to access your Schoology account. This will take you to the digital homepage, and as you can see, the digital homepage has many different databases. Click on any of those databases, the link, and you can access that particular database. Let's look at some of those databases. One of them is the ABCCLIO, which is a collection of primary sources, expert perspectives, and reference materials and subjects in U.S. history and government, world history, geography, and several multicultural and popular culture disciplines. Another database is the American National Biography, which gives you access to over 19,000 men and women. Then there's the Encyclopedia Britannica. And that is available in elementary, middle, and high school level. The Encyclopedia Britannica contains thousands of objective, reliable articles, biographies, videos, and images. So once again, you have biographies and not a source of biographies. Then there's the Cavendish Square, which is another database which is really easy to use. It gives you easy to use rich illustrated materials for online researchers. And then these are some of the topic areas in Cavendish Square. For example, you want information about dinosaurs, just click on dinosaurs, the aquatic world, go ahead and click aquatic world, and birds. There are several subject areas that you can gain access to their information. Another interesting database is the Columbia Gazetteer of the World, and this gives you access to information about 170,000 places around the world. It covers political world, physical world, special places such as national parks and monuments. And then there's the Columbia Granger's World of Poetry, which includes poems in full text with citations and other tools to enhance your understanding of poems and enjoyments enjoyment of poetry. Another database is a Columbia Press, which includes subject areas such as history, health, science, and careers. And this is updated if you wanted information about career fields, for example, career fields in technology, career fields in health. You can get that information from this website. Another interesting website is the Gale database. This contains full text articles covering a wide range of academic topics. And once more, in the Gale database, you can find information, you can find biographies, you can find encyclopedias in this database. An interesting link in this database is the opposing viewpoints and context, which covers an important standard that you use, and that standard is the standard about argumentation. This gives you several primary and secondary sources, and there are different types of primary and secondary sources. For example, interviews, the audios, videos, photographs, images, several sources that you will find very, very informative for your research. So there's no need to go to the internet when you have this access to several rich sources. Next one, there's the Maps 101, and there are over 4,000 viewable and printable maps, thematic maps, and several of those maps are animated. Then there's the World Book, which contains thousands of information articles with stunning illustrations, videos, interactive maps, and activities. And this is a glimpse of the articles, the sources within the World Book. Another database is Culturegrams, and this provides reports about and perspectives about people's customs and cultures and lifestyles in different parts of the world. Another database is the ProQuest, which is a collection of databases that offers several references to research and resources for students and teachers. So when you are doing your research, consider the digital library. As a matter of fact, it is the best place to go for your research as opposed to going to Google or Bing. Then I'd like us to look at the digital LAUSD Destiny. To access Destiny, you go back to your home page, click on those four tiles, and click LAUSD Destiny. Destiny will give you access to your library's catalog, the books that are available in your library. To search the catalog, where we have find. You can click a keyword to search for. So let's say you're searching about bullying. You type bullying in that find box. You can do a basic search, a power search, or a visual search. When you type in your search term, you can search by keyword, you can search by title, you can search by author. If you know the writer's name, you can search by subject as well. And I did put in my search term bullying, as I mentioned before, and it gave me, as you can see, the titles of several books that cover that one particular topic. There are over 1,000 books, 1,334 to be exact. And these are some of the titles about bullying. You can click on any of these titles to read a synopsis about that particular book. You can scroll through the titles, and whichever ones you'd like to explore later on, you can click add to this list. My suggestion is not to take the first 5, but to scroll through and read some of the synopses and choose maybe about 3 that you would like to explore. Do not choose more than 5 because it will become overwhelming. And once you have selected the books that you'd like to explore, the list is created. And while this is being created, you get MLA citation for each of those books. I'm sure your teacher tells you that you need to create a bibliography and a citation. And the good thing is that Destiny does that for you. I'd like us to look at WebPath Express, which is one of several LAUSD digital databases in the LAUSD Digital Library, and it's accessible in Destiny. It gives you access to thousands of carefully reviewed websites that cover several subject areas. The information on these websites is safe, reliable, and credible. You want to make sure that when you do your research, whatever source you choose, it has to be safe, it has to be reliable, and it has to be credible, which means that you can rely on that information. To access WebPath, click on WebPath Express in the left side of your screen. It will bring you to the WebPath Express homepage, and here you have access to you can do different kinds of search in WebPath Express. You can search by themes, you can search by subject areas, and as I mentioned before, there are thousands of different articles in WebPath Express. Actually, there are over 12,000 subject areas, and there are over 2,000 websites. And these websites are updated constantly. And these websites were chosen by educators, so you know that the content on these websites will be safe and interesting. Um, Source is the Spotlight, and this Spotlight news, breaking news. For example, we know that COVID-19 is breaking news. We're living it right now, and if you want information on COVID-19, you click on that Spotlight, and it will give you information, plenty of resources about that topic. Okay, now I did type bullying in that field, and you can get different grade levels. So you can select different grade level to filter your search. You can also choose your Lexile level. You can also search by a particular language. Like I said before, you have a range of subject areas, for example, grade 6 to 9 or grades 9 to 12. Um, as you can see, my topic is bullying. I chose English. The Lexile level I chose is 1080. The title of the website is available for you, and there's a synopsis that tells you what that website is about. Once again, you can scroll through the list and choose three or more of those websites that you'd like to explore later on. Once you choose a website, you click add to this list, and your list is being created just like it was created for the books that you selected through the library's catalog. A citation is created for each of those books that you're interested in. When you want to find your list, the list that you created, you go to resource list on the left of your screen and then click websites at the top of your screen. And then these are the sources that I selected that I'd like to explore later on. If I want to see the citation for each of these sources, I might scroll down to the bottom of the page where it says citation list, click go, and you can view the citations. And this is an example of the citations. Um, I'd like you to download the worksheet and practice accessing and navigating the digital library. Afterwards, there is a digital library quiz that I'd like you to complete just to check your understanding to make sure that you know how to access the digital library. In day 2 of our lessons, we will be looking at Boolean operators. Searching the database and the internet can be a daunting task unless you know how to do so efficiently. You know that when you go to Google, for example, and you click in your search term, let's say Boolean, you will have thousands of um, um, results that are returned. Now, you want to make sure that you can narrow those down to get exactly what you're looking for. Boolean operators help you save time and effort when you're conducting research in your lab. You cannot on your databases and the internet. Tomorrow, when we come here, this will be the sequence of the lessons. You will watch a video that explains what Boolean operators are. Then you watch a screencast, which will walk you through how to use Boolean operators. You practice using Boolean operators, and then you complete an online assessment to check your understanding. So thank you, ladies and gentlemen. We will come back tomorrow.